All right, guys, so today, right, we are doing addition of integers again, all right, but today we're using a number line. So I've already taught you two other methods. I taught you how to use counters on our activity on Wednesday, and I taught you how to use t-charts, right? So there's two methods already. I'm teaching you a third method. Just a heads up. Some people love to give up and say, I already know how to do this another way. I don't need to know this. Well, just to let you know, your test, for example, we have a test and assessment next week, all right? And it will ask you, it will say, here's a problem, and it'll give you two boxes, and it'll say, you need to solve this problem two different ways. Using two different methods is what it will say. Okay, so just know, be aware, you need to know all the methods. That's what the standards are for 7th graders, okay? So, with that said, okay, here we go. Addition of integers using a number line. Okay, now there are a few little mistakes on this paper, all right? So here's what I'd like you to do. Well, I tell you what, let's start off with the non-mistakes, and let's make sure our name, period, and date's up at the top. Remember, guys, first and last name. First and last name. Make sure you guys put the period on there and fill out the date. Okay, now here's what I want to tell you guys. On this worksheet, there's a I don't know if they're typos or someone just messed up in general, but take a look at number 1. Please make that subtraction sign into an addition sign. Remember, the whole lesson's on addition, so make that into an addition sign. Same thing with problem number 2. Make that into an addition sign. As a matter of fact, both sides are incorrect, so go ahead and do it to numbers 1 and 2 on the other side as well. All right, so what I'd like you to do, please make sure you're back on worksheet 1 side, worksheet 1. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and let's go down. Let's start on problem number 3. Problem number 3. All right, on problem number 3, here's the neat thing about this lesson. It'll happen throughout this school year, and it'll happen in math classes throughout your education, is that all math builds on each other. So, for example, you're going to see Wednesday's lesson, some steps on Wednesday's lesson, some strategies from Wednesday's lesson on here, and then it's going to be mixed in with the lesson from last week. So kind of using two different skills I've already taught you, we're going to use those skills on here. So you'll recognize almost all the different skills that we're about to use, all right? So here we go. Number 3, all right? It says represent -5 plus 7 on the number line. So here's what I'd like you to do, all right? The very first thing I'd like you to do is what I had you guys do yesterday. We're going to start this lesson by recognizing both integers by circling them and their values. So they're signed to the left of them. So 5 is negative, 7 is positive. Okay, 5 is negative, 7 is positive. Okay, now here's what we're going to do next, all right? Step 2 from last week, using a number line. Step 2 is locate 0. Locate 0 on the number line. Okay, now we're not plotting a point. We're using the number line, so we're going up above, all right? We're not graphing anything, a point, that is. We're just going to go find 0. Now, step 3 is you are going to, just like last week, you're going to go ahead and go to the first integer. So our first integer is -5. So from 0, we're going to move to -5 with a straight arrow. Okay, now last week, remember we spoke about this. On a number line, what does addition mean? We're increasing, so meaning that which way is the arrow going to go if you add? It goes to the right. It's increasing. So on a number line, you take a look at the number line up above there, you go to the right when it increases. So here's what we're going to do for right now. We are going to the right. We're going to the right, and this would be considered step 4. This many times. We're going to the right 7 times. So we go back to our -5, and we go to the right 7 times. So from here we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we'll consider this step 5. Make sure you do it. And that is, where did you end up? positive 2, and there's our answer. Okay, questions on any of those steps? I'm about to give you guys one to try out. Any questions? Okay. Okay, don't forget to circle our integers. Don't forget to use straight arrows. We were talking about that just a second ago. Make sure that you're showing your work the right way. All right, here's the problem I want you guys to try out. Go ahead and try out. Give you about 30 seconds. Try out problem 4. Problem 4. Go. Okay, anyone need more time? Okay, a few more seconds. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Go ahead, take 30 seconds. Share with your neighbor. Share with your neighbor. Not only your answer, but share your work as well. All right, share your work as well. So answer and arrows. All right, number 4, go. What do you know? Piece of paper out. Okay, let's give some effort. You got a piece of paper, all right, where you can get it, part of it done. That way you can just transfer it when you get home.
As you, I went to -4 and then I went back to -1. And then I just wrote out
Okay. All right. Here we go. You're going to see me do all the steps, all right? Of course, without writing the steps. I'm going to do this problem, follow through all the steps. So here we go. Here's what you should have done. You should have started, of course, with circling your integers, -4 and a +3. Okay, I'm going to go to 0, and I'm going to go from 0 to -4 since that's my first integer. Now, we're adding a +3, which means I'm going to go right 3 spots from the -4. So 1, 2, 3. I end at -1, and so our answer, everyone, is -1. Okay, so that's what it looks like without writing all the steps. Okay, questions? All right, here's what I want to go over next. Take a look at problem number 7. Okay, on problem number 7, okay, there is a little difference on this one. That's actually 2 differences that we're going to talk about. Okay, the first one is probably something you notice right off the bat. There's no number line there. So you have to create your own number line. So listen carefully. It says find the sum -6 plus -5. Here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I notice is my biggest number is -6. So when I create my number line, and you could even consider this step 1 in this problem is making your number line. When I create my number line, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go, I'll put 0 here. I don't know if I'm going to go to the positive side, but right now I'm going to go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, extend it a little bit, -6. Now, without solving the problem, I just have that. I can extend it in a bit. It's not that big of a deal. I can extend my number line in the middle of solving it, and that's okay. All right, so that's the first difference is you have to build your number line. Be flexible on extending it if you need to. So step 2 is exactly what step 1 was last time, and that is we're going to go ahead, circle our integers. -6, and now here comes something a little different. Remember when we circle the 5, I know it's addition, but the negative is in front of the 5. We're going to circle 5 with the negative. Okay, now step 3 is, of course, go to the first integer on your number line. So I'm going to go from 0. Remember, we start at 0. We're going to go from there to -6. Okay, now here comes step 4, and this, why don't we put a little star by step 4, because this is a little something that could be new to you that we need to talk about. Okay, I do know that this is an addition problem, but unfortunately that negative integer there affects it a little bit. All right, it changes some things. So while it's an addition problem, the 5 is negative. When you see a negative integer like this and the value is a negative, go ahead and write this down. We'll do a little abbreviating here. A negative integer, I'm going to put a little equal sign, but what I mean by that is it works just like a subtraction sign. Remember last week when we did our number line, we used it, we did addition, but we also did subtraction. Now remember, when we do addition, we go right because it's increasing. But since a negative works like subtraction, when we do subtraction, which way do we go?
Left.
Yeah, we go left. We go left. So what this -5 value is telling us, and one of the biggest reasons why we want to circle integers, what this -5 is telling us is we are actually going to, from -6, we're going to move left 5 spots. Now, we ran into a little problem, right? We have to extend our number line, so that's okay. I'll go ahead and extend it. Doesn't need to be the prettiest. Okay, just needs to be accurate, that's all. All right, here we go. I'm going to extend it. I'm going left 5 spots from the -6. So left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I end up at -11, and there is the sum of -6 and -5. All right, questions?
Wouldn't that be same as adding 6 and 5 with addition?
Yep, and that was like our lesson on Wednesday when we were using tiles. You're just adding more on, so yeah, it's getting larger. But in this case, they're negative, so you're going to the left. Okay? Other questions, guys? Bless you. Okay. I'm going to have you guys try one. Here we go. Problem number 8. Problem number 8. Try that out. Go. Okay, anyone need more time? All right, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds because I forgot you're writing the number line. So go ahead and finish that off. Okay? All right, go ahead when you turn your neighbor, especially on this one, it's very important. Share your answer, but share your number line, share your work as well. Okay, with your arrows and all. All right, so go ahead and give about 30 seconds. Go. God bless you.
I made number lines and I put 0 then I did the same thing as 0, and then I did 0 to 13 when I added negative 2. So you have to
Okay. Thank you for helping each other out. Make your way back. Make your way back there. All right. All right, here we go. Here's what you should have had. Negative 13 plus negative 2. All right, I'm going to go ahead and build my number line. Negative 13 is my largest number, so I probably want to go, I'll start with 0. We're on that far right. And guys, this, you can do this here. Just go and number every fifth one. So negative 1, 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay, negative 5. Let me move it over for you. Negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10, negative 11, negative 12, 13, 14, negative 15. Okay, so here we go. Circle my integers. Negative 13. I'm going to go start at 0. Negative 13. Let's finish this first. Okay, and then we're not packing up. Let's please finish writing this down. I want you guys to be prepared for your homework. Okay, from here we go left 2 more spots since it's negative. And our answer is negative 15. Okay, listen carefully. Here's what I need you guys to know. 9 and 10. This is something you'll definitely want to know. 9 and 10. You might want to put a little note to yourselves on both sides. This is for you to use a mental number line. You do not have, I'm not expecting you to put 5 pieces of paper together and extend it to a number line to negative 221, all right? I know I'm crazy at times, but this is not one of those times, all right? So, anyway, please say after you have any questions, and you guys can go.